Today's game on KFJB-TV is brought to you by Assured Partners, Boy Scouts of America, Edward Jones, Agent Zach Wall, Embers Retirement Community, Honest Heating and Cooling, Jensen Ford, Legends American Grill, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Pence Appliance and TV, Wayward Social, Zeno's, Wandering Creek, Wells Fargo Advisors, Laurel Diesel Services, Calvin Rocket, your Marshalltown Hy-Vee, Central State Bank. Down to Tipoff on your home for the Bobcats, KFJB-TV.
It is opening night of the Iowa high school basketball season as your Marshalltown Bobcats inside the Roundhouse tonight as they face off against the South Tama Trojans. I'm Brandon Lewis. So great to have you for the season tip-off. No better time of year than to be indoors in the arena, especially when it's starting to get chilly like it is outside tonight here in Marshalltown. Got a good one for you as these two teams matched up a year ago as a 2-point win for the Trojans as the Bobcats fell with a very young roster. That young roster is back, still very young. A lot of sophomores going to be in that starting lineup tonight. But head coach Brian Murphy knows that his team is taking a step forward. They even did so at the end of last season. We'll see if they can continue that momentum here tonight on their home floor as they open up against South Tama. Coming up, we'll take a look around the conference as we count you down to tip-off right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
It's Adventure On for Marshalltown Scouting. Adventures like backpacking, ziplining, rock climbing, canoeing, swimming, and more. Survival skills for a Scout's greatest adventure, life. Scouts give back to the community. Marshalltown Scouts have provided over 1 million hours of service to our community in our 70-plus year history. Scout leaders are highly trained in Screen. Parents are a huge part of Scouting, too. Scouting provides unique opportunities available nowhere else. To learn more about Scouting in Marshalltown, go to iascouts.org. Adventure On.
Marshalltown Bobcats getting warmed up against the South Tama Trojans. Tip-off coming up in about 15 minutes from now here on KFJB-TV. Let's look around the conference here tonight. It is Ames as they are traveling to their own court at Harrison Barnes Gymnasium. Thought they were at Southeast Polk tonight, but no. They are at home against the Southeast Polk Rams tonight. That'll be interesting. Ames been down the last couple of years in girls basketball. We'll see how they find their way against a very good Southeast Polk traditionally basketball team as well. Other Iowa Lions Conference action, Des Moines East and Sadell. And right now at the end of the second, right there into halftime, Sadell is up 35-22 against Des Moines East, which two of the Bobcats' victories last year for the ladies were against Des Moines East. Ankeny Centennial and Roosevelt and Des Moines Lincoln and Waukee Northwest. We'll keep an eye on some of the scores here tonight. That's a look around the conference. We'll get a scouting report on the South Tama Trojans when we come back here on KFJB-TV.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you on an investment strategy for long-term results. Edward Jones can give you the tools and knowledge for a steady approach to hitting your financial targets. Get started by giving Zach Wall a call at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
This is Lindsay, Director of the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The holidays are a very special time at the Embers. We decorate the common areas with beautiful, festive decorations. Our residents personalize their apartments with their own decorations too. Family members from around the area and the country come to visit their loved ones. It's a fun time of the year, full of warmth. This time next year, you could be decorating your own apartment. Wishing you a safe and Merry Christmas from the Embers Retirement Community.
Back inside the Roundhouse as Bobcats and the Trojans do battle tonight to open up the 2023-2024 season. Brandon Lewis with you as we take a look at the Bobcats warming up against their opponent tonight, the South Tama Trojans. Their only win a year ago was against the Bobcats. They went 1-21 and they went 0-15 in the WAMAC West, as that is a very traditionally tough conference to play. The WAMAC behind Dina Kiana, head coach for the South Tama Trojans, bringing back a lot of the roster from last year. Jeanette Cervantes, she averaged just shy of 2 points and 4 rebounds per game, but it's really Kayla Heck. We'll see how the senior gets going here tonight. Number 5, 4.3 points per game, 3.6 rebounds a year ago. She had 14 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals in this game last year against the Bobcats, so a key contributor. But this is a team that did not score a lot last year. Didn't quite score 20 points per game. 61 is what they gave up to their opponents, so they're really going to have to hammer down, and that really starts with the turnovers, as they averaged about 27 turnovers per game last year. That's something the Bobcats also did. They gave the ball away a lot. They were in the giving mood as we approach the holiday season. We have the Bobcats not so giving this season. They're getting warmed up. We're getting you warmed up for tonight's battle inside the Roundhouse. Coming up, it's our Cat Connection, and we'll talk to head coach Brian Murphy right here on the countdown to tip-off on KFJB-TV.
My furnace from 1990 is kind of like my husband. Doesn't perform very well, but I'd rather fix it than replace it.
Like you, Honest Heating and Cooling would rather repair your furnace or AC. We take the time to diagnose the issue and do everything possible to restore it before recommending a new one. Repair, restore. That's Honest. Serving Marshalltown and around. Honest Heating and Cooling. Your Amana dealer. America's brand for comfort. Honest Heating and Cooling.
Since 1967, Jensen Ford Lincoln has served generations of families around central Iowa. Quality vehicles, professional service, knowledge of our product, that's a part of Jensen. But what's more important to us is a trust that is passed down from every previous generation. Jensen Ford Lincoln wants to serve your family for generations. We want to be there for your first car. We want to be there for your family SUV. And we want to see you drive away in the Mustang you always dreamed of. At Jensen, we want to be here for you now and every mile along the way.
Welcome back into the countdown to tip-off right here on News Talk 1230 KFJB AM and 93.9 FM, as well as on KFJB-TV. It's Ellie Hughes with us as she coming off a very strong volleyball season. We had a lot of fun watching you during volleyball season, 40 ace, 85 kills. How much do you think you can translate a little bit, aside from the jumping aspect, to basketball from volleyball?
Like the lifting aspect, like just having that strong muscle and like carrying that on to basketball, and like the running too, just in shape and everything. So yeah, conditioning is obviously a huge part of the basketball game. We saw you last year be a key part of that sophomore class. Still only the only junior on this team this year. Is that kind of a badge of honor that you wear, knowing you're the only junior out there? And it's a pretty light upper class team on this basketball team this year. It's fun. I like being the only one. It's kind of fun, and just being an upperclassman this year is fun. Helping the underclassmen and everything like that. So yeah.
You know, a lot of key contributors coming back. Sydney Capeyu, she's one of those really good players down low. And then obviously a lot of guards. What's kind of your role in this offense for Coach Murphy?
A post, just kind of down on the block, help defense and everything like that, keep the ball moving, and yeah, all that stuff.
You know, last year you averaged about 2 points a game, a little over 3 rebounds per game. Where do you think your game has improved a lot from last year moving into this season?
Being more aggressive with the ball and knowing what I'm doing and not just making like random mistakes here and there, just having a good mindset and moving the ball around a lot. So yeah.
As you come into this season, Brian Murphy's been at the helm for quite a few years. How much does it help at the high school level to have that stability at the coaching position? You know, we mentioned volleyball. Kaylee Fashong has been there for a little over 4 years now.
It's good. I love having just coaches that care and are very motivated towards their athletes and people like that. So, yeah.
Heading into the season, you guys have a lot of goals or aspirations. I know that, last year you guys got more wins in the column. I know you want to add to that. But outside of the winning, is there anything you guys are really working on heading into this season?
Beating South Tama is our number one. And just, I don't know, just having like a lot more fun this year with all the new incoming freshmen too. So, yeah.
Of course, last year with the Iowa Alliance Conference, it's the second year of it now. How much do you like the Iowa Alliance Conference and the teams? It seems like there's some good rivalries. Obviously, there's Ames, but Waterloo East has turned into a really good rival as well.
I like playing in the Iowa Conference. It's so much like not easier, but just like more of our level competition that we can play and have grow from it too in a way, and not just get blown out every game by like Ankeny and all of them, so it's nice.
Definitely a good level of competition here in the Iowa Alliance Conference. Best of luck this season. Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you.
All right, that is our Cat Connection here on KFJB-TV.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to Marshalltown.org.
This is Brady from Legends American Grill. The holiday season is upon us, and it's time to book your company or family get-togethers today. Legends has 2 private party rooms available to help ease with the stress and make your party a success. We even offer party package deals and banquet options to help with your planning process. Call Legends at 641-752-1237 and book your party today. Legends American Grill is Marshalltown Steakhouse.
Welcome back into the Countdown to Tip-Off right here on KFJB-TV. It is a guy that we haven't seen in quite a few months, Brian Murphy, for the Marshalltown Bobcat Girls basketball program. Coach, a lot of excitement, always a good one as you tip off the season against a familiar foe, South Tama Trojans here tonight. How's the offseason been for the ladies?
It's been really good. We had really good attendance all summer. We got some scrimmage work in, went to a tournament in Cedar Rapids. So we feel really good about all the work that we got in and feel like we're launching ourselves into this season with a little bit more focus, a little bit more purpose than we have in the past. We saw Sarah Huffman a lot at the point guard position last year. I know she suffered an injury over the summer in the volleyball season, and so kind of questionable whether you'll be with her this year. Are you looking for other ladies to kind of step up into that point guard role to be able to really guide this team? Yeah, absolutely. We're looking for a lot of different girls to step up, and certainly I've seen that because obviously we played all summer without her, and we've already seen some girls emerge. Sydney Capello is someone that, we really want the ball in her hands as much as we can. I mean, she makes really good decisions. She's aggressive to the rim. Millie Heitman's another one where, again, sees the floor really well. She's got height to be able to see the floor. And then Ellie Hughes is someone that you may not necessarily expect, but her basketball IQ is incredibly high. And when she gets the ball at the high post, she makes great decisions, great reads. So, we feel really good about how many different options we have to get the ball moving and get the offense flowing.
That's one thing we noticed during volleyball season as well about Ellie Hughes, is that it seemed like she just did a lot of things really good. I noticed that about her last year. She didn't stuff the box score, but she was kind of a consistent player for you. Another one like that, Sydney Capello. And she, 5 points, 4 rebounds per game last year. But she's going to be in a little bit of a different role for you this year, maybe not quite so much down in the paint this year.
Yeah, no, and she's really expanded her game overall, and she's coming in almost a completely different player. And the thing that we're really going to be looking for from her, as I said earlier, is her ability to see the floor and recognize not just what the correct play is, but what needs to happen to get us there. That ability to anticipate things is really key, and so we'll be leaning on her quite a bit this season, I think. And she's a really good one to get people moving and not necessarily wait for them to do it. She can direct traffic as well as anyone. So we'll be really looking to move her around the floor depending on what kind of defense we see, and get the ball in her hands and let her decide what the next step looks like.
Not a lot of upperclassmen. Of course, we said that last year as well, too. But you return a lot of those freshmen who are now sophomores. How do you think this team has really taken a step forward to be able to, double up the win total from last year and that kind of thing?
Yeah, you nailed it on the head. We as a team a couple nights ago, we went back and watched a lot of the South Tama film from last year. And we were laughing because, some of them don't even look like the same people that they did a year ago. They've physically developed. They're mentally a little bit more mature. And so, we feel like a different team now that we've had a full season together. They've had a full year of varsity experience. So, we feel really good about the way everyone has developed. But certainly freshmen always have a big leap to make. And I think quite a few of them did that.
You're averaging about 30-plus turnovers a game. It's hard for anybody to win a game doing that. I know late in the season, though, it seemed like you were able to break the press a little bit more, kind of get rid of some of those turnover problems, but then it was kind of the next step. How do you put the ball in the hoop and the offensive side? Do you feel like that transitional piece offensively to get it across the half court into the front court has improved as well?
Yeah, that's been one of our focuses really starting from the end of last season coming all the way up until tonight we really want to do two things. One, we want to just score in transition as much as we can, try to get ourselves some easy buckets and get things flowing. And then, as you said, number two, when it's not there, flow right into offense. And that's something we've really stressed really from the very first day of practice, is getting ourselves up and down the floor and recognizing if that initial, easy layup, easy swing isn't there, pull it right back out, go into offense without letting the defense get set up. So, we're really going to be looking for that. We've got high expectations for them. We can't revert back to what we did last year and expect different results. So we're really going to be pushing them to recognize, okay, these are the things that we are doing well this year and doing them consistently, and we're going to expect that out of everybody on the floor.
I'm sure it's got to be exciting and fun to see a lot of these girls back, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's a fun group because you can tell a lot of them have been playing together for years. And what's especially one of the things I appreciate is, even some of the seniors who are playing with girls a couple years younger. It feels like one very close-knit group, and you can tell the team is pulling for each other, and there's a cohesion that you can feel even as they're playing, and that's something that you can't really teach, and you appreciate as a coach when it comes about.
37-35 in that game last year against South Tama. You talked about improving from that and being a totally different team, but they're pretty much the same team as well, though, from last year as far as the roster goes. What do you know about them? Probably a little bit of limited film kind of studying them going into this game.
Yeah, like you said, we were their only win last year. Offensively, they don't score a lot of points historically, so we've really got to make sure we clamp down on the defensive side. We know just looking at rosters, we've got a pretty significant height advantage where, we've got 3 girls that are right around 6 foot or taller, and their tallest on the roster I think is about 5'9". So we've got to make sure we exploit that and play big and not just look big on the floor.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. That is Brian Murphy, head coach for the Marshalltown Bobcats. As tip-off coming up right around 7:30 from inside the Roundhouse. We'll get you starting lineups when we come back right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
My name's Lake Schultz. I'm the co-owner of Exterior Plus Home Remodeling. At Exterior Plus, we truly strive to build relationships one customer at a time. And that's why we're the Midwest's #1 choice in full home remodels. Located in Marshalltown, Iowa, as well as Lincoln, Nebraska, we pride ourselves in providing quality service on time, every time. Give us a call for a free inspection and estimate at 844-261-6111. That's 844-261-6111. Thanks. Talk to you soon.
The equity in your home is power. Power to remodel your home. Take a memorable vacation. Add a deck or patio. Lennox Employees Credit Union can help you unleash the financial power you possess with a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, fund a student loan, or pay for a wedding. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Today's game on KFJB-TV is brought to you by McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. Quality furniture for every room in your home. Pence Appliance and TV. For sales and service of everything appliance, come see the Pence team. Wayward Social. The place for bowling, games, food, and more. Wells Fargo Advisors. Marshalltown. Sports Plus. Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center. SportsPlusTherapy.com.
Back inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse as tip-off is coming up next between the Trojans and the Bobcats. Right here on KFJB-TV.
Ready to take the next step in your education? Look no further. Marshalltown Community College is your ticket to endless opportunities. Our dedicated faculty and diverse programs are your pathway to success. Whether you're pursuing a career in healthcare, industry, or earning your AA degree, MCC offers the flexibility you need. We provide convenient online classes and locations in Marshalltown and Grinnell. Picture yourself thriving at MCC. Your journey begins now. Discover more at MarshalltownCommunityCollege.com.
Welcome in to Bobcat Live. We are inside Rosie's at Wayward Social. Glass is good. Drop and pop, baby. Well, basketball season, it is back. Let's get you going for tonight between the Trojans and the Bobcats. First off, our lineups all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you while we deliver you the starting lineup. It'll be Kayla Heck, Takaya Rosenberger, as well as Madison Hitchcock, Aubrey Dolezal, and Cena Defoe, the starting five for the Trojans. Meanwhile, for Brian Murphy, his starting five tonight: Aubrey Tejada, Millie Heitman, Georgia Jansen, Sydney Capeyu, Ellie Hughes, the five on the floor for the Marshalltown Bobcats. It is a Super Tuesday season tip-off here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you're watching on KFJB-TV. We are underway as it is slapped into the front court. Up court quickly to Heitman, out of bounds. Sydney Capeyu almost nearly found her teammate for an opening bucket on the season. 4 seconds in, turnover on the Cats. And the Bobcats will see the Trojans with the basketball. Drive into the right block. It is no good by Kayla Heck. And it's back the other way. The Bobcats almost turned it over into the Trojan bench. Get it out front to Georgia Jansen. And now to Heitman. Heitman loses it. Maybe some first game jitters for the Bobcats. Not good ball control early with a couple of possessions. A little run-in out here at the left wing. Here comes Capeyu at the top of the key. Passes over to the right side. Nothing really doing. Hughes picks up her dribble to Heitman. Jump shot, no good. And out of bounds. Last touch by Georgia Jansen. Some sloppy play for the Bobcats early on here. And we'll see if they can contain their composure and get things figured out against the Trojans. As run to the point is Takaya Rosenberger, 1.2 points per game, a senior. The senior season coming in, and she is a guard. Pass over to the right wing, and a three is poured in by Kayla Heck. And Heck will get the Trojans going first off here tonight. Capeyu will try to answer, cannot do so. Tejada goes in for the rebound. A jump ball is forced. Possession arrow is with the Trojans, and so they already lead at 3-0 here in this first quarter of play with 6:50 to go. The Bobcats off to an extremely slow start inside their home arena here tonight. Heck over there on the right wing. Passes down to the right block at Georgia Jansen with great defense. Steals it away, but they have it stolen right back and turn it around, and a jumper on the right block. Scoring it is Defoe, and it is quickly 5-0. South Tama on top of your Marshalltown Bobcats. Right high post, a little walk with it. The Bobcats will turn it over nevertheless, as that one went over to Sydney Capeyu. And the Bobcats really struggling early on, as Coach Murphy knew that they could not turn it over a ton of times and sneak away with the victory here today. And unfortunately, that's about the third turnover already for the Bobcats. Flailing in the paint, no good on the runner by Takaya Rosenberger. Jansen up into the front court, gets it back to Heitman on the left wing, back to Jansen. Three, and it's an air ball out of bounds. And that one will be Trojan basketball, so we'll have to go chase that one down. Last year, the Bobcats 3-19 overall. They went 0-8 in the Iowa Alliance Conference North behind Brian Murphy as assistant Megan Heitman. Bobcats averaged 24 points per game, gave up an average of 48 points per game. Their defense will have to be exceptional here tonight, get themselves back into this one, already trailing 5-0. Ada got the rebound, picks up her dribble, and does get it to Capeyu. Down to the right block, she's strong. Heitman touched that one. She had possession and was out of bounds on the baseline. And it's back to the Trojans. Sienna Defoe will inbound. She averaged 1.7 points per game last year, as well as 3 rebounds. And it looks like we're going to have a travel up top. That'll be turnover on the Trojans as Hitchcock, the junior, turns it over. Bobcats will inbound on the far side. Five to nothing Bobcats. Or excuse me, Trojans on top of the Bobcats. A tie up in the paint. Heitman driving in. And that possession arrow is with the Bobcats, so it'll say on the left side of your screen. 5-0. Bobcats in an early hole. Last year they lost this game 37-35. Both teams bringing back a lot of what they had a year ago. Bobcats try to go inside and just nothing there. It is taken away. A turnover on the Bobcats as Ellie Hughes is not able to find Sydney Capeyu. 3 right wing is no good. Heitman gathers in the rebound. We'll get it out to the senior in Tejada, who will bring it up near side. Cross-court pass over to Georgia Jansen, driving inside. A foul on the floor. Looks like it's going to be on Rosenberger. And that is going to be her first foul. Ellie Hughes will travel with it. Well, they say jump ball. Looked like she traveled with it there. Possession arrow with the Trojans, so it's back to them. And it looks like we have a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:41 first quarter. This is Bobcat basketball on KFJB-TV.
You'll find the perfect mattress for you at McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. You choose the firmness, comfort, and support level, all at a great price. McGregor's always has a great selection of sofas, recliners, dining room, and bedroom furniture to help you live and relax in comfort and style. Their staff will help you find just what you're looking for. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, is open 7 days a week. They're proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
Hey Bobcat fans, it's Sydney DeFeo and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
4:41, first quarter, 5-0. Trojans on top of the Bobcats. You're inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. I'm Brandon Lewis. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. We'll get you a scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank in just a little bit. Capeyu forces a tie-up on the left wing, but I think a reaching foul is going to be called on Capeyu. And it is going to be called a push. There's foul on the Bobcats here in the opening quarter. Far sideline, inbound by Cervantes, who inbounds for the Trojans. Rosenberger, some fancy dribbling behind the back. A reach-in foul. As Tanya Mora checked in just a moment ago, and she will pick up the foul. Good inbound play, but just could not convert. They do get the rebound with Heck. Their putback is no good, and it will go out of bounds right in front of the student section on the far side. Heitman will inbound, and Tanya Mora is in to run the point. So the Trojans in their black tops and bottoms with the baby blue numbers. Bobcats in their all white uniforms here at home here tonight. Bobcats written in red with the blue numbers. Just a travel inside and a turnover on the Bobcats again. Those are stacking up. Frankie Long checks in, the 6'1 freshman. Long, lanky player, but only a freshman. And we'll see what kind of contributor she can be, especially down in the paint, getting some of those rebounds. That'll be key for the Bobcats, who won the rebounding category last year in this matchup, 37-31. But other than that, they turned it over much more. And Mora misses a layup as a breakaway. She got the feed from Sydney Capeyu. Couldn't convert. Last touch by the Cats. 3:44 opening quarter still. No points for the Cats. It's 5-0. Some of the same problems that plagued the Bobcats a year ago. Rearing their ugly head, I guess you could say, here tonight, especially turnovers. Good move inside and a good rebound by the Bobcats. Freshman Frankie Long. Good move put on by Kayla Heck. She was not able to convert on the shot. Up court to Georgia Jansen, but the pass a little too high. That is out of bounds. Turnover on the Bobcats again, 3:22. That's just things that a young team needs to learn and needs to grow with in these situations that, you know, that kind of thing. Looking for a quick bucket, but maybe not always going to pan out the way that you had hoped. So anyway, let's take a look at a scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Here tonight, Central State Bank, see what they can do for you. Locations in Ames, State Center, and in West Des Moines. Ankeny Centennial leading Roosevelt right now 62-1. With 6 minutes to go in the third. East Marshall leading Colfax Mingo 8-0 with 4:30 to go in the first. And Sadell is leading Des Moines East 48-41 at the end of the third. So few scores thanks to our producer back at the radio studios, Jeffrey Brooks. Just about 3 minutes to go in the opening quarter of play. Frankie Long trying to get the rebound. Now Georgia Jansen with a slap of the ball. That looked like all ball as Aubrey Dolezal went for the putback. And they call a slap on the wrist. And a foul is going to be issued on Georgia Jansen, her first. Free throw up and no good on that first one. Second one will hit the backboard and rolls in. So Dolezal with her first point of the night. She will check out. Into the game for her will be Isabel Johansson. As the juniors checked in for some minutes here now. 6-0 Trojans on top of your Marshalltown Bobcats. Capello, right high post, picks up her dribble, gets in trouble, sets a screen. That was a moving screen, it looked like, but no, they're going to call push on Kayla first. As that will be the first foul on Kayla Heck here tonight. Inbound to Sydney Capello, far side. In the corner, she drops it into Frankie Long down on the right block. Picks up dribble back to Sydney Capello. Capello drives baseline inside. Nothing there. Tosses it away. Turnover Bobcats, 2:37 first quarter. Bobcats without some seniors on the squad this year. Sarah Huffman, of course, we talked about that with Coach Murphy in the pregame. Injured during the summer. Amai Moore not playing this year. She scored 2.5 points per game last year with 3.4 rebounds. Obviously not with that height. And Maya definitely more of a threat or impact player on the defensive side than offensively. But definitely could always use that help. She played up high as well, which would help against giving up those 3-point buckets. Rule it a 2, actually, by Madison Hitchcock. And it is 8-0 to score. Sydney Capello trying to get the Cats on the board. Heitman goes up for the rebound off of the miss, and a tie-up. Jump ball, possession arrow with the Trojans. And the Bobcats cannot win that back right there, as Jeanette Cervantes will be the one to pass it in for the Trojans. And the first time here tonight, we'll see Amir Johnson check into the game, the freshman at 5'3" and a guard. Pokes the ball away right there, and the Trojans will keep it, but good job by Amira Johnson. Get involved there. Trap across midcourt, but Trojans are able to get out of it. Heck inside, tosses one up on the left block. It's no good. Bobcat rebound. Bringing it up is Tanya Mora. Mora over to the right wing, and it's poked away. And a layup is no good by Madison Hitchcock. And a putback, no good, but 2 free throws going to come here. As a foul will be on Sydney Capello. It's kind of a not boxing out foul right there. You don't box out. You allow the avenue for the Trojans to get in there and get that rebound and try putback. Heck, missing on the first free throw. Frankie Long, Georgia Jansen checking out. Ellie Heitman and Ellie Hughes back in for the Bobcats. Hughes gets the rebound, tosses to Heitman as 0 for 2 at the line right there by Kayla Heck. She was a 53% free throw shooter a year ago. Johnson tosses one up softly in the paint. It does not draw iron, and a rebound by the Trojans. They're quickly back in transition, just knifing through the Bobcat defense. Rosenberger has her shot rejected, but boy, the Bobcat defense did not stop her initially on her avenue to the basket. Johnson loses it, and it looks like it's going to be last touch by Bobcats. All right, delay call, but it is going to be with the blue and black of the Trojans. And the Bobcats off to a rough start to begin the season here tonight, to say the least, trailing 8-0 with under a minute to go. First quarter. Drive by Heck, kick out, left wing. Now they'll reverse it back to Heck. She's inside the three-point line. It hits off the back of the left side of the backboard. And a rebound by Hughes, cleared out to Heitman, who picked up her dribble there, and a travel. Johnson caught it high, walked, then dribbled. A turnover. I don't know how many. Too many. Losing track here. Bobcats don't have a bucket, but they lead the game in turnovers. That is for sure. As Bobcats struggling here tonight with that basketball control. Georgia Jansen is going to check back into the matchup. Sydney Capello will get a breather. Shot clock, game clock pretty much identical here as we count down the final 30 seconds of the first quarter. Georgia Jansen gets a turnover, falls into her lap, breakaway layup, loses it late but follows it in. And Georgia Jansen looked good in warm-ups, and she follows it up in the game. Bobcats needed a break, down by 6. Now Heitman with a turnover. She'll scramble for it. Up court to Tejada. Finishes right before the end of the quarter. Heitman gets the rebound. Johnson puts it down on the block. Should have just went up for it. Drew the foul. 4.8 seconds to go in the first quarter. Johnson is going to be shooting free throws, but boy, the less you can dribble as a basketball player, the better off you are going to be. Johnson at the line for 2 on the shooting foul, and it hits the backboard and goes in. And Amira Johnson nails the free throws. Big points right there as we end this first quarter. And that one will come up short. Rebound Trojans. That should do it for the first quarter. 8-3 is our score as we head to the second quarter. Bobcats find a little bit of luck and a bucket late as Georgia Jansen finishes strong. We head to the second quarter next on KFJB-TV.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
Hey Bobcats, this is Aubrey Tejada. You're watching Bobcat basketball on KFJB-TV.
Well, the Bobcat mascot in the house. Good student section showing tonight as the Bobcats trailing at 8-3 at the end of the first quarter. Do have a quick scoreboard update. West Marshall tipped off late. No score yet on that one. 3:30 left in the game. And Centennial leads Roosevelt 72-15 now. East Marshall leading after one quarter 16-3 over Colfax Mingo in a final now in that Centennial game. They defeated Roosevelt 73-18, the final here. Up on the Marshalltown Ivy scoreboard, Bobcats were pretty much nearly shut out in that first quarter by South Tama, but a late Georgia Jansen bucket and an Amira Johnson free throw got 3 points on the board for the Bobcats. And the Bobcats will begin the second quarter with the basketball. Felt like they turned up the intensity a little bit near the end of that first quarter, so we'll see if they can get that going here as we begin the second. Jansen up high, throws it away, looking for Sydney Capello, tips it away from South Tama out of bounds. That'll at least just slow things down with 15 seconds gone here in the second quarter. Back into the front court. Pivots around on the left wing, kicks over to the right wing, and around the perimeter they go. Cervantes in the near side corner. And a drop off down there on the left block, and it's going to be good for Defoe. Her second bucket of the night. She has 4. Tejada left wing to Capello on a bounce as it was deflected. Capello's going to drive into the paint. Floater, count that bucket, it's good. And it will drop in the first bucket of the season for Sydney Capello, who averaged 5 a game last year. Will go to the line for the and one. Finally getting it right there. It's Bobcats. Nice play. Capello just floats that one up as we look at the replay on KFJB-TV. And now the free throw to come to try to make it a 3-point play. And she will. No, they do not count the bucket for Capello. I think they counted that bucket. They did. So, yeah, it should have been just one free throw, and now it's Tama basketball. So, South Tama basketball. So, a little mix up. It's the first game for the officials as well. And so it is 10-6. 6-2 run for the Cats. Capello reaching out there on the left wing. And that's going to be her third. And Sydney Capello is going to hit the bench for probably the rest of the second quarter. As Amira Johnson checks in for her, the freshman will come in. That will hurt the Bobcats on offense. Dive in and a foul from behind on Millie Heitman. Drive from Aubrey Dolezal. They say the foul is on the floor, so no shots. That is Heitman's first foul of the night. Left wing, shot no good by Heck. Bobcats went for the rebound. They lose out of bounds. Back to the Trojans. Out front, hits Amira Johnson in the back. She's got to look up court. Yeah, that's going to be a trap. Got to get your head up. 10-6. That's one Johnson by the end of the season. Probably converts and Bobcats go away for an easy layup, which they had nearly a 3-on-1 advantage. Johnson with a nice rebound. And she surveys here. Gets it over to Heitman. And now Ellie Hughes. Yeah, she is grabbed from behind, preventing a drive right there. It'll be the second team foul. Dolezal with her first foul of the evening. Tejada out front, just inside the three-point arc, and a nice shot by Aubrey Tejada for the two-point bucket. And the Bobcats have drawn back within two, 10-8. Heck, bump from behind, and it looks like Lily Hyman's going to go ride the pine for a moment as well, too. Take a look at that last shot by Tejada. Good one out front. Kind of came off a little bit of a screen. Did a nice job to convert. Hyman does not check out with two fouls. Bobcats in foul trouble here tonight, that is for sure. First game of the season. A little bit sloppy with the ball control and also a little over-aggressive on the defensive end, but the Bobcats get the Trojans to turn it over. An inbounds to Tejada, and the Bobcats look to tie or take the lead on this possession right here. Tejada angle dribbles to the right wing, picks up the dribble, gives it to Heitman. Heitman dribbles, picks it up over to Georgia Jansen, drives baseline, gets past a couple. Heitman cuts in, passes off the line, stolen, turnover, Bobcats. And it's back to the Trojans. So get across midcourt line with Defoe. Defoe looking right wing, three, off the mark, rebound, Georgia Jansen. Side of the paint right there, got the rebound. Tejada drops it off to Heitman across midcourt. Heitman crossover dribble over the left wing. Ellie Hughes dribbles in once, misses it. Georgia Jansen put back, no good. Hughes trying to get the rebound, beat out. And here come the Trojans back the other end. Heck will push it up over midcourt, swings over the left wing. Downside to the left block, missed by Dolezal. Rebound by the Bobcats, outlet to Tejada. She's looking up court to Johnson. It's slapped out of bounds by the Trojans. Good defense. Pass was just a little bit slow setting up, and Hitchcock was able to get back and set up defensively with 5:06. The clock stops in the second quarter. We have a timeout on the floor taken by the Trojans. We'll take a timeout with them. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Hey Bobcat fans, I'm Georgia Vincent and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Nice round inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse here tonight on the opening night. Yeah, Super Tuesday on KFJB-TV. Brandon Lewis with you. Keith Stewart on our camera on the floor here tonight. Jesse DeMeyer up high. Our producer on site is the Todd Father himself. And back at the KFJB studios, it is the one and only Jeffrey Brooks. 10-8 our score inside the Roundhouse. Johnson to try to get the Bobcats a lead out of the timeout. No good on the right wing three, just off the front side of the iron. And here come the Trojans in transition. They almost lose it into the Bobcat bench, but Rosenberger gathers it back. Johnson got the basketball away. It's a 3-on-1 all the way. Yes! Oh, I love to see it from the freshman Amira Johnson. Her first varsity bucket right there. And she's off to a good start here tonight. And now the Trojans turn it over in a tied-up ball game, 10-10 apiece. 4:36 before halftime. And we're going to have a hockey line change here for the Trojans momentarily. Heitman's going to check back in, but here's Johnson going. Georgia Jansen gave her room, and Johnson just says, yes, I will go and take it all the way. Nice play from the freshman. A line change. Azalee Morgan checks in. Olivia Holla also checking in for the Trojans. And I believe Peyton Vandewall checking in for the first time here tonight as well. Looks like Dina Kiana, the head coach for the South Tama Trojans, going over and talking with the officials. I think we might have a book area technical foul on the Trojans. Somebody probably most likely not listed in the official book, and so that will result in a few free throws. And so Aubrey Tejada, a 50% free throw shooter a year ago. She'll head to the line. Bobcats overall as a team only shot 48% from the line. You definitely want to see that much higher. But Tejada an opportunity to give the Bobcats their first lead of the night, and she will. Good job by Aubrey Tejada. Now with 3 points in the game. Able to convert on the second free throw, but the Bobcats have their first lead of the game with 4:36 second quarter and the basketball. Tejada will be the one to inbounds here. Amira Johnson on the near side left wing as Mora gets the inbounds. She'll drive into the paint, kicks over to Johnson. Johnson, nice move. Strong on the shot. Heitman a little bit. The game is moving 10 times quicker on the offensive end than the defensive end for her. Everything's been really out of control and strong on the offensive side. She's played well defensively. And that first game of the year sometimes could throw a wrench into your plans of what you have for yourself or envision. And there's the freshman Frankie Long knocking in her first point of the season. 6'1" freshman, can't miss her. That's what head coach Brian Murphy also alluded to in our pregame chat. Just the height, definitely something that is a huge plus this year for the Bobcats. And both free throws by the freshman making it look easy. Frankie Long, 13-10, 4:15, second quarter. Bobcats finally hitting a groove. Real rough here tonight. It was 8-0 before the Bobcats got their first point. Trojans will retain possession here with 4:10. Officials will get together and chat real quick, and actually I think they're going to, reverse call. Thought I was going to say Bobcat basketball, but they initially awarded it. And they're going to rule a foul on Jeanette Cervantes. So already Cervantes 3 fouls. Sydney Capello's on the bench for the Bobcats. She has 3 fouls tonight. Mora's going to inbound for the Bobcats. Backcourt pressure being put on by the Trojans now. Tama got it, the inbounds. And now the Bobcats lose it. Take it away, Cervantes. All the way in she'll go. She loses the basketball. Johnson comes away with it, but she stepped on the baseline. And it will be back to the Trojans. Good defense, though, to step in there. Cut down the lane by Cervantes. Cervantes will be the one to pass in on the end line to Heck. Catch and shoot, no good. Frankie Long went for the rebound, didn't haul it in. Here's Johnson. Johnson, long pass. Tama has to lean over and grab that one off the deck. Now Frankie Long from the free throw line. Yes! The bank is open. 4 points for Frankie Long. It's now a 5-point lead for the Bobcats. 15-10 second quarter. Tanya Morris saves the ball from going out of bounds almost, but it will be out of bounds. Last touch by the Bobcats. As you saw Tejada with the assist right there, getting it to Frankie Long off the backboard. 15-10 Bobcats with the lead. Trojans with the basketball. Here's Johnson. She poked that one away. Up for the layup. It is short, and she's got to realize that even if you miss it, she put her hands on her head right away like, oh, I can't believe I missed that, but got to stay engaged with the play because she might have had an opportunity to go back off and get that one, even though she missed it as the Trojans were trailing on the play. But it's all good. Things you learn as you go, I guess. Bobcats with the 5-point lead. Mora with the basketball over on the right wing. Gets a screen by Frankie Long. It's going to be an illegal screen moving by Long, her first foul of the night. Third team foul. And 2:46 to go in the second quarter. This is Bobcat basketball. Timeout on the floor in KFJB-TV. I had a... We'll keep it right here on KFJB-TV. 15-10 is our score in the second quarter. Coming up after the game tonight, we'll name our Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill player of the game. That's right. Visit them pre or post game. They are open for dine-in or to go. And the weather's nice, which probably not right now. You do not want to be on their outdoor patio, but in the summertime, that is definitely a good option. Bobcats looking for the win here tonight on their home floor in the season opener. Of course, just last year, 3-19 overall. They went 0-8 in the Iowa Lions Conference, north side of things. A couple of wins against Des Moines East last year. Bobcats looking to take care of business and flip the script after they lost to South Tama 37-35 last year in their home opener, or a season opener, on the road. At the other roundhouse, Frankie Long making it look easy. With the left hand even. 17-10. Trojans losing that basketball up high over the left wing. Three is no good. And a rebound backside. Heitman. She'll bring it up court. Slows things down, picks up the dribble over to Georgia Jansen. Jansen dribbles to the free throw line. Ball was kind of tied up momentarily. She stepped with it. A travel and a turnover on the Bobcats. 2:12 to go before the break. Willie Hughes is going to check back into the game as Mora will check out. Tanya Mora last year, 2.3 points per game. She averaged 1.3 steals per game, and a 3 left wing gets the Trojans back in it. Sienna Defoe, it's a big one right there. She has 7 points in the game. The senior forward averaged not not quite 2 points a game last year. And a good play by Frankie Long. She got a little bit underneath the bucket, but wisely went up, and she's going to be fouled. Shot is no good there, but 2 free throws come the way for Frankie Long. As the freshman at 6'1", 2 of 2 at the line so far. And that one going to be off the backboard, no good. Aubrey Tejada is going to check back in for the Bobcats as Amira Johnson, the freshman, will check out. Boy, she is already, you can see the potential in her. She is going to be a good player long-term for the Bobcats. As well as Frankie Long. She splits him at the line. You can see as a freshman, she's got that potential as well. Have a great career as a Bobcats. This is a team full of young, talented players, but it's just youth will show, and like I said earlier, it'll rear its ugly head, especially with turnovers, it seems. Just not everybody always being at the same page. Trying to convert run plays. Heck, Larry Bird right there with a hook shot. It's no good. Bobcats with the rebound. Clear out to Tejada. Like high post, try to drop it down on a set play, but the Trojans were there. They were going for Ellie Hughes. Now travel on the Trojans. They had 3 players right in the same spot, and they were trying to dribble out of it. And Olivia Halla ends up traveling. And the Bobcats get it back with 1:21 to go before the break. Heitman inbounds to Tejada. At the top of the key, dribbles the left side over to Heitman. Heitman to a cutting Georgia Jansen, backside. Not a good pass to Frankie Long, down at her feet. Went forward, a tie-up possession arrow with the Trojans. That was a good pass. It was going to be an easy 2-point bucket for Frankie Long on the right block. Unfortunately, the Bobcats just can't get a good pass in there. So the Trojans into the front court. Miss a shot on the right side. Going in and cutting was Olivia Halla, but just no good. The ball is going to be out of bounds at the baseline on the Trojans. So it is Bobcat basketball. 58 seconds to go before halftime. Tejada will inbound it. I think it might have been touched by the Trojans. Bobcats save it with Georgia Jansen. Tejada brings it up over the Marshalltown Bobcat logo at midcourt. Forcing a pass to Heitman. A little out of control, but we'll take it. That'll calm the nerves right there, and Heitman picks up her first bucket of the season as the Bobcats now leading it by 7. Their largest lead of the night. 3. It is off the backboard, and the shot clock is off. Bobcats can slow it down and play for the last shot, but they won't. They'll go up quickly to Georgia Jansen. Misses it, tips it out to Tejada. It's going to be short. Trojans save it from out of bounds. Tanya Moore is put back as no good by Mora. Clear out to Heitman. She'll back it out, and that's a wise play for the Bobcats to reset offensively. Mora, right wing, drives in and loses it. Boy, a little bit too much of driving straight into 2 players here tonight. Driving into that pressure. Got to kick out maybe before that pressure gets to you a little bit in those situations. Trojans up court to Heck. Mora steps out on her. Georgia Jansen has it. That's how we'll head to break. It is 20-13 at halftime. Bobcats were down 8-0 to start the game, but have really closed out this first half strong, taking a 20-13 lead at the break here inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. As the ladies head to the break, you get yourself some popcorn. We'll be back with some stats, as well as make sure you hit that like and subscribe button here on our YouTube channel to get upcoming game alerts and also upcoming show alerts with Bobcat Live. You're on your home for the Bobcats. It's KFJB-TV.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Scouts in Marshalltown go on fun adventures. Scouts learn about the outdoors. Scouts learn character building. Scouts learn citizenship. Scouts learn life skills. Scouts learn to be leaders. Scouts go to fun summer camps, and Scouts get a head start in life. Marshalltown has produced over 200 Eagle Scouts in our over 70-year history and have provided over 1 million hours of service to our community. To learn more about joining Scouting in Marshalltown, go to iascouts.org. Adventure on!
This is Lindsay, Director of the Embers Retirement Community in Marshalltown. The holidays are a very special time at the Embers. We decorate the common areas with beautiful, festive decorations. Our residents personalize their apartments with their own decorations too. Family members from around the area and the country come to visit their loved ones. It's a fun time of the year, full of warmth. This time next year, you could be decorating your own apartment. Wishing you a safe and Merry Christmas from the Embers Retirement Community.
KFJB-TV presents the Bobcat Halftime Report.
Welcome back inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. I'm Brandon Lewis. It is halftime, and the Bobcats leading it 20-13 after starting off really slow. They were down 8-0 to the Trojans before Georgia Jansen got a 2-point bucket. Later, Amira Johnson poured in a free throw. It was 8-3 at the end of the first quarter. So Bobcats got off to a rough start. It was mainly turnovers, the big battle there early on. But then, with 4:36 to go in the second quarter, Bobcats took their first lead and then extended it to now 7, which you see at the break, 20-13. And we'll take a look at stats coming up in just a little bit. But definitely a nice first half as Sydney Capeyu playing with 3 fouls in that first half. That's something to keep an eye on for the second half. Also on the other side, Jeanette Cervantes, she's playing with 3 fouls for the Trojans at the break. Bobcats looking to start the season off right with a win inside their home court. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll take a look around and see how other teams are doing on opening night of the Iowa High School Girls Basketball Season opening night. This is your home for the Bobcats, KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
At Honest Heating and Cooling, they take comfort seriously. Their latest offering? Smart Integrity Monitoring. Combined with an honest maintenance plan, it takes all the guessing out of home comfort. Their technicians take accurate measurements of all the necessary parameters and deliver you the truth about where your home's comfort stands. If you're not measuring, you're just guessing. That's honest. Get a Smart Integrity Monitoring plan and let the Honest team watch over your home's comfort 24/7. Honest Heating and Cooling.
Today's game on KFJB-TV is brought to you by Assured Partners, power through partnership. Boy Scouts of America, Adventure On. Edward Jones, Zach Wall, your financial advisor in Marshalltown. Embers Retirement Community, independent living for active seniors. Honest Heating and Cooling, let the Honest team watch over your home's comfort 24/7.
Oh, Bobby loves it. Basketball is back, and we are happy as well. Let's get you a scoreboard update here tonight. All brought to you by Central State Bank. Final tonight as, Centennial, always good. 73-18, they take down Des Moines Roosevelt. Oh, there we go, ladies. Yeah, everybody in the shot. I love it. The ladies are they're happy. Basketball's back. It's Super Tuesday. There's Butch in the background. He's pumped. Looks like he's getting people in line with the cane, though. He's always kind of security back up here. Anyway, Waukee Northwest leading Des Moines Lincoln in the first quarter 15-0. AGWSR leading BCLUW 14-9 with 21 seconds left in the first. Halftime, East Marshall leading Colfax Mingo 24-5. And West Marshall leading Iowa Falls Alden 17-14 with 6 minutes left in the first. Now we got another West Marshall update. 2:39 of the first. West Marshall leading 19-18. No shot clock as it literally blew up. Sparks and everything, I'm being told by Jeff Brooks. That is the kind of score updates, folks, you get with Jeff Brooks. Sparks fly not only with, I think, who sings that song, Sparks Fly? Is that Taylor Swift? Okay, all right. Todd doesn't know. Anyway, Sheraton defeats Newton 63-35. Urbandale leading Indianola 15-14 after one quarter. And no shot clocks blowing up here. But on the Marshalltown Ivy scoreboard, it's 20-13 after break. We'll take a look at your halftime adjustments and what needs to happen in the second half for the Bobcats to secure a victory on opening night of the high school basketball season for girls basketball. Right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Don't let concerns about shifts in the market disrupt your long-term financial goals. Edward Jones financial advisor Zach Wall can help. He'll work with you on an investment strategy for long-term results. Edward Jones can give you the tools and knowledge for a steady approach to hitting your financial targets. Get started by giving Zach Wall a call at 641-752-3017 in Marshalltown or visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
With over 10,000 cars at our disposal, Jensen Ford...
Hold on. That's not really how we do things at Jensen Ford.
How about, it's never been a better time to buy a brand new...
Yeah, we don't really do that either. When you're ready to buy a car, we'll be ready to help.
Try this. We'll get you in and out faster than a speeding...
We don't do that either. At Jensen Ford, we'll take as much time as you need to find the right vehicle. We're not just moving cars, but we're building relationships.
Oh, maybe more of a... This is where your family buys their vehicles.
There you go. More like that.
Back inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse, let's take a look at our first half stats. 7 points at halftime. The Bobcats' leading scorer is the freshman Frankie Long, 3 of 4 at the free throw line. 6'1" freshman. You love to see it. 3 points at the break for Sydney Capello. She is battling with 3 first half fouls. Georgia Jansen with 2 points at the break. Ellie Heitman with 2. Aubrey Tejada with 3 points in the first half and 3 points for Amira Johnson, the freshman for the Bobcats. Meanwhile, on the other side of things for the South Tama Trojans, their leading scorer in that first half, Sienna Defoe. She hit a 3. She has 7 points in the first half. Aubrey Dolazon with 1 point. She went 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Madison Hitchcock with 2 points at the break and 3 points at the break for Kayla Heck as she went 0 for 2 at the free throw line. Jeanette Cervantes, no points, but 3 fouls in that first half, so she'll have to watch it here in the second half of action. Bobcats heading out for the second half as we'll get things going next right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
You'll find the perfect mattress for you at McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. You choose the firmness, comfort, and support level, all at a great price. McGregor's always has a great selection of sofas, recliners, dining room, and bedroom furniture to help you live and relax in comfort and style. Their staff will help you find just what you're looking for. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, is open 7 days a week. They're proud to support Bobcat Athletics.
Hey Bobcat Nation, I'm Millie Heitman and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Back inside the Roundhouse as action tonight. Thanks so much to all of our Bobcat boosters making it possible to bring you our coverage of Bobcat Athletics. Coming up after the game, Wells Fargo Advisors locker room report. We'll talk to Brian Murphy and find out his thoughts on this one here tonight as the Bobcats look for the opening season victory against the South Tama Trojans. And it looks like the Bobcats going to catch a foul here to begin the second half as Aubrey Tejada with the foul. That'll be her first. 20-13 our score. There is a good play inside, but tossing it to nobody. Ellie Hughes had a pickoff right there defensively, but just got a little too excited and tossed that one away as the Trojans have it back in the front court. They will toss it away. That's going to be an over and back, and it's back to the Bobcats with 7:31 in the third quarter. Bobcats, Heitman will inbound right in front of the scorer's table as you see head coach Brian Murphy kind of barking out what he wants to see from his offense here. Somebody's got to get open. Inbound is just going to be off the Trojans, but they track it down, an easy layup. It's good for two. I don't know what was going on right there, but nobody's really moving around on the inbound, and then Heitman just had to toss it in, maybe feeling that 5 seconds was getting near. Back to Jansen, left-handed three is off the glass, no good. Capelli went for the rebound, let up, and she's playing with 3 fouls. Sienna Defoe got the rebound for the Trojans. She has the basketball back. She'll dribble down the right side of the paint, tosses it up to Heck. Left-handed hook shot's good. She's got 2 buckets in a row. And just like that, the Trojans back within 3. Tejada almost traveled with it as she tried to come to a stop on the right block. Jansen flips it underhand to her teammate Heitman, but it's intercepted. And a tie-up down low as Kayla Heck got tied up with Heitman, and possession arrow with the Trojans. And the red and blue in a little bit of trouble. And reaching by Tejada. Little handsy right there. She was guarding Takaya Rosenberger. It's Tejada's second of the night. And an inbound pass to nowhere. And luckily, Ellie Hughes is there to gather it in for the Bobcats. Now, rich in foul. Good sportsmanship right there as Takaya Rosenberger picking up her second foul of the night. She wanted to make sure Tejada was okay. She is. So a 3-point game. Bobcats with the lead. Letting it slip away a little bit to begin the second half as Heck has scored for 4 straight unanswered points. Ellie Hughes dribbles to the right wing, picks up the dribble, tosses it down low to Sydney Capelli. Capelli driving in, and a blocking foul is going to be called on the Trojans. Dolezal with her second foul of the night. She picks up that blocking foul. Inbound to Heitman off the glass. It's good for 2. She has 4 in the game. And a good quick bucket. Just going up quickly on that inbound play. And it's 22-17, Bobcats leading with just under 6 minutes to go third quarter. Double dribble by the Trojans, back to the Cats. Taking a look at that inbounds play. It was a nice quick one. Heitman, that's when you really like the fact that she did not put the ball down on the block. She just went right up with it. Quick play. The less you dribble, the more successful you're going to be, no matter what level you're playing at. Capelli will lead her inside, dribbling in from the left wing. And she's going to pick up a couple more fouls. And this one again on Dolezal so quickly. She's got 3 in the game. And this will result 2 free throws. It is a shooting foul. Bella Johansson is going to get up and most likely check in for Dolezal. And she will. First free throw, it is no good for Capelli. 1 for 2 at the stripe tonight. And the second one, an air ball. That'll be back to the Trojans. They'll throw it in for the baseline. Nerves seem to be very high for the Bobcats tonight, especially at the beginning of the game and the beginning of the second half. It's felt like that. Good play by Georgia Jansen to settle things down. Gets a steal and immediately fouled by Sienna Defoe. That's her first of the night. And actually, that is her second, not her first. Heitman to inbound. Ellie Hughes has it. She'll dribble it up over the timeline in the front court. Picks up her dribble over to right high post to Sydney Capeyu. Give and go. Hughes hangs off the right side of the iron. No good. Heitman put back. She's going to draw the 2 free throw foul right there. A shooting foul as Heitman heads to the line. First foul of the night on Johansson. And the first free throw for Heitman of the season. It is good. Paula's going to check back in. Freshman for the Trojans. Checking out is Takaya Rosenberger. Second one is up and good for Heitman. And not giving the broadcasters jinx, but Bobcats have been really pretty good at the free throw line tonight. That will help. Ooh, that's Tejada just slapped Hall in the face. She checks to make sure she's high. I heard that slap up here as Tejada's going to pick up her third foul of the game. That's one where you're going for the ball and slap somebody. 24-17. Just about 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And last touch by the Trojans. Bobcat basketball. Heitman will bring it up as she'll run the point here. As Tanya Mora passed it in. Heitman over to the right wing and trying to get something going with Ellie Hughes, but the pass is off the mark, and I think we're going to get a jump ball, yeah, and it will be Bobcat basketball. So we'll stay on the right side of your radio dial or your TV screen. 4:51, third quarter, 24-17 Bobcats. Mora inbound to Heitman over her head, tracks it down. Ellie Hughes loses it. Drops it down to the right block to Georgia Jansen. Trying to do an up and under move. Back to Mora. She dribbles into 3 Trojans and a travel. Not seen Amira Johnson in the second half so far, but boy, I really liked what I saw at her in limited minutes in that first half. A little bit of a spark plug. Sydney Capeyu with a rebound off a missed 3. She'll take it all the way. Maybe a little bit of a push right there away. She gets some distance. Ellie Hughes with a nice rebound and a putback, and right there goes down for Ellie Hughes. Her first point of the bucket of the season. And the Bobcats leading at 26-17 with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Push going to be called on the Bobcats. Yeah, and Capeyu's down to her last foul. That'll be her 4th foul. Capeyu and Jansen check out. And Johnson and Long check back in for the Bobcats. Inbound, quick catch and shoot 3. Pops it out. No good on the left wing or near side corner by Hitchcock. Bobcats not able to get there in time as Johnson late to the scene in the near side corner. So ball last touch by the Bobcats. It'll stay with the Trojans. Defoe will inbound. Hughes guarding in the inbound, and the Bobcats pick it off with Mora. Mora has it. She's going to slow things down a little bit. Might have had a lane with Johnson, but didn't want to risk it. And she'll set things up here. Ellie Hughes gets it down to the right block. Shot is strong, but a good play. Frankie Long just rips it away and goes up strong. And Frankie Long with 9 points here tonight. The freshman gives the Bobcat an 11-point lead, their largest of the night. And a timeout going to be called by the Trojans in response. We'll take it with them right here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
This is Brady from Legends American Grill. The holiday season is upon us, and it's time to book your company or family get-togethers today. Legends has 2 private party rooms available to help ease with the stress and make your party a success. We even offer party package deals and banquet options to help with your planning process. Call Legends at 641-752-1237 and book your party today. Legends American Grill is Marshalltown Steakhouse.
Hey Bobcat Nation, my name is Frankie Long and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Well, right on cue, Frankie Long with the rejoin, and Frankie Long with a really nice play. She ripped it away from the Trojans and got the putback. She has 9 in the game as a freshman, making a nice impact here tonight off the bench, as well as Amira Johnson, the other freshman, the 5'3" guard. She is in there for the Bobcats. And you look at that squad, there's a couple shorter gals on there with Mora as well as Johnson, but you see that size with Georgia Jansen as well as Frankie Long, and they definitely kind of tower over some of the other players for the Trojans. So see if that continues to just improve on that aspect for the Bobcats, being able to use that size to their advantage. And they will. Frankie Long with a block shot down low. Trojans do keep the basketball, is dribbling it back out to the left wing is Kayla Heck. And now a turnover. Here's Johnson. She did it so well in the first half. Draws that foul and one. How about it? Amira Johnson with 5 points in the game, looking to go to the free throw line for the and one. Beautiful. Just a beautiful basketball play right there. You get the turnover, you take a good angle. Free throw is no good. But Johnson with 5. 30-17. Turnaround shot just outside the right high post is good by Kayla Heck to answer. She's had a nice second half. She's got 6 in the second half, 9 overall. 30-19. Frankie Long holds it up high at the top of the key. Gives it over to Georgia Jansen. She dribbles down the left side of the paint, loses it off her left foot, out of bounds. Turnover, Cats. That's been one thing. Bobcats, oh my Lord, they turned it over at least 10 times in that first quarter alone. Since that point, they have really done a nice job to limit those turnovers. Step back, Heck inside. That one is no good. And the Bobcats come away with the rebound as Mora will bring it over the Cat logo at midcourt. Picking up her dribble, needs some help. Somebody's got to come to her. Johnson does. And she'll dribble down to the right block, picks up the dribble, back to Ellie Hughes. Now to Mora, 3. It's off the mark. And Trojans there to get the rebound. Clear out to Rosenberg. Rosenberger gets it over midcourt, flips it back because Georgia Jansen is all over her. Hughes with a push from behind. She was guarding Johansson. And Hughes will pick up, that's just her first. Fifth team foul here in the third. And a minute 46 to go in the third quarter. Bobcats leading it by 11. And they will continue to lead by 11 as Johansson, the free throw, misses the first one. Heitman and Tejada check back in for the Bobcats. Second free throw by Johansson. It is no good off the backboard. Heitman rips away the rebound. Heitman brings it up court herself. Dribbles in, spin move, right block, count the bucket. Yeah, it's good. Heitman. 8 points in the game. She's added a couple of free throws. She's had a really nice second half. 6 points. Johnson tips one away. That was going to be a fast break. They might have had a 2-on-1 there. Heitman going in, spin move, uses a glass. Good job. Trojans going to work the ball inside into the paint quickly. Frankie Long might have got a piece of the shot by Johansson on the right block. Clear out. Here comes Johnson for the Cats. All the way in. Can't get that one, but Frankie Long is trailing. Putback hangs on the iron on the left side. Drops off as Morgan gets the rebound for the Trojans. And they'll quickly work it back into the front courts. Rosenberger has it. Drops it off left block. The shot's no good. Now the Trojans, and Heitman comes away with the rebound. And she gets over to the Bobcats script on the court. Nice move. She gets down to the right block. Turnaround jumper, misses a shot. Didn't follow the shot, so the Trojans will get it back with Kayla Heck. She'll clear it out, and the Trojans can play for the final shot if they want. As Heck gets it back from Rosenberg, but misplays it. Johnson gets the steal, takes it in for the layup. It's good for the freshman. 7 points for Amira Johnson in the game, and the Bobcats leading 34-19. Their largest lead of the night, 15. 3 to answer, no good, an air ball. Trojans try to save it. That's going to do it for the third quarter. Bobcats will take a 15-point lead to the fourth quarter inside the Roundhouse on KFJB-TV.
The equity in your home is power. Power to remodel your home. Take a memorable vacation. Add a deck or patio. Lennox Employees Credit Union can help you unleash the financial power you possess with a home equity loan. Consolidate debt, fund a student loan, or pay for a wedding. The loan process is easy. See Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main Street in Marshalltown. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Online at lennoxecu.com.
Hey Bobcat fans, it's Ellie Peters, and you're watching Bobcat Basketball on KFJB-TV.
Cap. 34-19 as we head to the fourth quarter here tonight inside the Roundhouse. Let's get a scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Of course, a lot of action going on tonight in the opening night of high school girls basketball in Iowa. Sheraton defeats Newton 63-35. Of course, Newton will be here inside the Roundhouse coming up next week as a Cards and Cats matchup. Urbandale leading Indianola 15-14 after one quarter. AGWSR leading BCLUW 23-16. 1 minute left before halftime in that one. Last update we got. Waukee Northwest leading Des Moines Lincoln 27-0 as that one approaching the second quarter. And West Marshall, last time we knew, was leading 19-18 as they were taking on Iowa Falls Alden, and sparks were flying. Not into the hoop or the basketball or anything. It was actually one of the shot clocks was sparking. So anyway, we'll get you more scores throughout the night. Welcome back inside the Roundhouse as we begin the fourth quarter. Up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard, it's 34-19, 15-point lead, largest of the game for the Bobcats here tonight on their home floor. They started out rough. They were down 8-0 to the Trojans in the first quarter. They ended at 8-3 and were able to get on a hot streak. They took their first lead at 4:36 in the second quarter and have not looked back since, leading at 34-19 right now as the Trojans unable to get a ball out of bounds. And the Bobcats have it. Sydney Capeyu in the front court, hands it over to Tejada. Tejada gets it over to Ellie Hughes. Hughes drops it into Frankie Long, and the Bobcats turn it over. Bobcats have turned it over a lot here tonight, but most of that happened in the first quarter. Some jitters and nerves, but since have been able to kind of control that a little bit. It still will be a bugaboo this season. Don't doubt that, because it's still a very young team with a lot of freshmen and sophomores. Very few upperclassmen. Boy, a lot of talent, that is for sure. And a reaching foul on Ellie Hughes. That'll be her second foul of the night on the far side, guarding on Sienna Defoe. Trojans inbound it. Rosenberger has it, top of the key, swings left wing three, and that one's off the mark. Frankie Long saves it, but she steps on the baseline. Might have been wise to let that one go, but good hustle play regardless. It'll stay with the Trojans on the left side of your screen and your radio dial on News Talk 1230, KFJB AM 93.9 FM. Under 7 minutes to go inside the Roundhouse tonight. Brandon Lewis with you on KFJB-TV. It's a Super Tuesday season tip-off here tonight in the Roundhouse. Good crowd, good student section in support of the girls basketball team. And Trojans going to toss this one away. Nobody home. Out of bounds at the baseline. Heitman inbounds to Tejada. Tejada with 3 points here tonight, but she's been a pretty good mainstay rock there at the point guard position, kind of controlling the offense a little bit. Here's Capeyu. Trying to do a little Euro step around down to the right block and could not convert. And I'm not sure if she kind of hurt her ankle or maybe that left knee she's got a brace on, but I think she kind of bumped somebody's leg going down to the right block, and I believe she's going to check out here as Georgia Jansen will come in to replace her. It was one thing last year. Sydney Capeyu did battle some ankle troubles, and now she's going to the trainer's room to get that looked at. So 34-19 with 6 minutes to go inside the Roundhouse. Bobcats lead by 15. Neither team has scored. Millie Heitman with a block shot inside. Morgan can't get that one to go. Heitman up court to Jansen. It's nearly picked off. She keeps it. Hands off to Tejada. Up and under. She tried to give it to Georgia Jansen, but a bad pass. And finally, Trojans come away in the scrum with the basketball. Quickly, Rosenberger working it up court. Tries to go up with it. I think it was initially blocked, but off of Rosenberger at the last moment as she goes out of bounds in the baseline. Bobcat basketball. Lightning gets it inbounds, and she gets it back up to Ellie Hughes. And I think they're going to catch Frankie Long with a moving screen, and that will be her second foul of the night. So a stalemate here in the fourth quarter. No team has scored yet. 34-19, still our score. Heitman almost from behind fouled Heck. Heck kind of reverses around as she dribbled out and then came back in on the baseline on the far side. That shot is no good by Heck. Now she reads a telegraph pass. She steals it, goes for the layup. It's strong, and the Bobcats are there with Tejada for the rebound. Tejada dribbles on the baseline, and it is Trojan basketball with 4:56 to go in the basketball game. Inbound pass. And they get it out to Rosenberger. She takes a quick jumper from the left high post, but the shot was no good. Rebound inside by Sienna Defoe. And that was going to come in on Millie Heitman. Her fourth foul of the night. And she'll be subbed out for her as Sydney Capeyu will check back in for her. And that's a good sign to see that Capeyu is all right. Shot inside as Heck dropped it into Defoe. Defoe went up with it. Couldn't get the shot to go. Tried to go for the putback, and in that process, she fouled the Bobcats. That'll be Defoe's third foul of the game. Mora inbounds to Capello, up to Ellie Hughes. Ellie Hughes drops it back behind to Sydney Capello. Over to Tejada, three, left wing, no good. Hughes with the rebound, went to go up with it. Two shots, it's going to be a shooting foul, and Ellie Hughes will be at the line. 50% free throw shooter a year ago. Hughes, first free throw is off the back of the iron, no good. First free throw attempt off the night. Second free throw, nothing but net for Hughes. She splits him at the line, and 3 points for Ellie Hughes tonight. That's their largest lead of the night, 16. That's the first point of the fourth quarter. Mora with a reach-in foul. She was all over guarding on Rosenberger. That'll be the fifth team foul here in the fourth. And it'll be a 1-on-1 situation. Rosenberger last year just a 19% free throw shooter. And that one is strong by Rosenberger, no good. Johnson's going to check in for Aubrey Tejada. Second free throw bank is open by Rosenberger and splits him. It's 35-20. Here Johnson passes in to Georgia Jansen. Now she'll take it all the way. It hangs on the iron, no good. Little finger roll in the paint. Looked to be a really nice play, but Johnson hustles back as well as Mora. And Mora able to get just in the way a little bit as Morgan misplayed it for the Trojans. And it's back to the Bobcats with 4:07. Just that left here in the fourth. Mora inbounds to Johnson. Johnson back to Mora. She'll bring it up court. Over the 10-second line. Over to Capello. Capello had to fight for the basketball. She dribbles past a couple Trojans. Over to Jansen. Left wing three. Pops in and out. No good. Johnson trying to get that rebound. She's going to force a tie-up. And that's going to stay with the Bobcats. Good play by the freshman. Boy, she knows a thing or two about basketball. And unfortunately, Kayla Heck is going to drop down here. She's stretching out. Might have a cramp, it kind of looks like, in that right knee. She's stretching out both of her legs. Student section showing Avery, the trainer, some love right there. Avery with a big smile on his face. Georgia Jansen Millie Heitman is going to check in for the Bobcats. More inbounds Johnson. She's on the line. It was just a long two. It's off the left side of the iron. Jansen went for the rebound, but got beat out by Sienna Defoe. She'll bring it up near side. Still in the backcourt. Rosenberger, not going to get it over in 10 seconds. That'll be a turnover. Backcourt violation. And with a 15-point lead for the Bobcats. 3:29 to go in the basketball game. It is going to be more on the far sideline, right by the student section, passing this one in. Up top to Heitman. Dribbles to the right wing. Down to the right block. Defense slacks off. Easy layup for the sophomore as Millie Heitman with 6 points. 3 buckets. A couple free throws to add. So 8 points in the second half. She has 10 in the game, and a charge is going to be called. And here's Heitman's play as she just blew by the defense. Nobody there backside to help out. And it is an easy layup. Bobcats leading it by 17. This is their largest lead of the night. More inbounds to Heitman. Heitman again, nobody picking her up. She drops it over to Sydney Capay, who drives baseline, pulls up, jumper. Nice play from about 10 feet out on the right side. As Sydney Capay with the bucket, her first bucket of the second half. She has 5 of the game, and Amira Johnson nearly forcing a turnover, lost it on the sideline on the far side. Sienna Defoe will pass in for the Trojans. .247 to go in this one here tonight. Coming up, it is our locker room report. We will have our player of the game. We'll talk to head coach Brian Murphy as well after this one is all said and done. Amira Johnson's going to pick up a foul as she bumped the Trojan. Johnson's first of the night. So they're saying Jaslyn Hasley is at the line, but she is not on the roster. I did not have a 15. 15 splits the free throws. Heitman on the near side. She brings it up to the right wing. Tosses it back to Mora at the top of the key. It's going to be out of bounds. Over and back. Violation of the Bobcats with 2.5 minutes to go in the game. Baseline drive, almost a little push-off to get some room for Defoe. Capay, who got the basketball but loses it as the Trojans show a little bit of pressure, and a reach-in going to be all she wrote for Sydney Capay here tonight. That'll be her 5th foul of the night. She'll check out as Ellie Hughes is in for her final stat line, though, here tonight. 5 points. For Sydney Capay, who did a few things nice, but just a little bit of an off night, and then obviously with the fouls, it kind of puts you a little off schedule as well, as far as she had to sit for a good amount of that second quarter. Oh. And with the markings on the floor, Defoe was lining up in the wrong spot. About a foot ahead of where she needed to be. But got to figure it out, and free throw to come for Defoe. 2 free throws, and the first one is off the front of the iron, no good. Off the back of the iron, no good. Hughes with the rebound. Clear out Johnson. She is raring to go, and she's going to split the defense, and the layup is just a little strong, but Frankie Long is there to clean it up. Rebound, put back, good. Frankie Long with 11 tonight for the Cats. Johnson almost came up with a defensive steal, couldn't quite get to it. Clear out Mora as Ellie Hughes got the rebound for the Bobcats. Johnson gets a cross-court pass from Mora. She'll control it at the top of the key. 90 seconds to go inside the roundhouse. Heitman got the ball on the left wing. Takes a step in, a travel on the Bobcats. As they lead at 20, this is their largest lead of the night. Heitman checks out for the Bobcats. Hada back into the game. Three from on long, and it's no good by the Trojans. In out of bounds. Bobcat basketball, 1:22 to go in the game. Amira Johnson, the freshman, goes over the 10-second line into the front court. Looking left, dribbles right, around a little screen, and the layup is there. Ellie Hughes did a nice job to set up the avenue for the freshman, who has 6 points in the second half and 9 overall. Now she comes up with a steal, and she might have more, and she will. Johnson, big night for the freshman. Frankie Long with 11. Amira Johnson with 11. And the Bobcats with their biggest lead of the game. They lead it by 24 points. Three, right wing is no good. Rebound backside off of Frankie Long. It'll be with the Trojans. Back of the iron, the three is no good. Amira Johnson rips away the rebound. She's going to blow by a few Trojans. Going to go down to the right block. She's fouled on her way up. 2 free throws coming. Boy, that's one thing I love about Amira Johnson. She pushes the issue. First time seeing her, the freshman, at the varsity level. But she just knows how to control the basketball and push and draw fouls. That's things that even seniors at the high school level sometimes struggle to do. So it's good to see. She's missed 3 free throws in a row now, though. And can't quite get that one to go as it pops in and out. So no good on both of those free throws. 45-21. That'll be scored for Hasley. Her first field goal of the night. She has 3 in the game. And her final seconds tick down. And the Bobcats gonna start the season 1-0 with a huge victory inside the Roundhouse. A 22-point win. When's the last time we said that? Good to see for the Bobcats, and a great victory. Real slow start, but boy, they turned it on. Led by a couple freshmen, Frankie Long and Amira Johnson. Great night for the Cats to get the win at home to start off the season. It was just a matter of time before some of the other players get it going. Georgia Jansen, a slow night for her. Sydney Capay, Millie Heitman finally got it going late in this one, but a good overall win for the Bobcats. They're 1-0. They win it 45-23. Our final score from inside the Roundhouse. We head to the locker room report coming up next right here on KFJB-TV.
Ready to take the next step in your education? Look no further. Marshalltown Community College is your ticket to endless opportunities. Our dedicated faculty and diverse programs are your pathway to success. Whether you're pursuing a career in healthcare, industry, or earning your AA degree, MCC offers the flexibility you need. We provide convenient online classes and locations in Marshalltown and Grinnell. Picture yourself thriving at MCC. Your journey begins now. Discover more at MarshalltownCommunityCollege.com.
You should never have to wait after ordering new appliances. At Penn's Appliance, you wouldn't. With an incredible selection in stock and ready to install today. Our friendly team is here to help you pick the perfect set to match your style. And let our professional technicians install and set up your new appliances, often delivering the very next day. Stop in today, see all the new features, and find your new look at Penn's Appliance. For sales and service of everything appliance, go see the Pence team.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown.
Back inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse, 45-23. Our final score here tonight. Bobcats were up by 24 at one point, win it by 22 here tonight against South Tama, who is 0-1 to begin the season by head coach Kiana, as her squad showed some pretty good potential there. Kayla Heck, pretty good player, as well as Sienna Defoe. Saw a lot of action out of her. She got in a little bit of foul trouble, kind of was watching it there in the second half. But how about the freshmen? Amira Johnson, Frankie Long, both with 11 points here tonight for the Bobcats. As just a really good performance after the Bobcats got off to a really questionable, shaky start. They were down 8-0 to begin the game. They ended up on a 3-0 run to close out the first quarter, got it to 8-3, and then took a 20-13 lead into halftime and never looked back and closed it out with a nice, convincing 45-23 victory inside the Roundhouse here tonight. Let's take a look at our final stat line as the Bobcats, 11 for Amira Johnson. She went just 1 of 5 from the free throw line, so hopefully get to see better days at the free throw line for her. But, boy, this was a really good performance by her. She had 8 points just alone in the second half. Aubrey Tejada finishes with 3 points tonight for the Bobcats. I thought Millie Heitman also had a really nice second half as she scored 8 in the second half to go along with her 10 points. For the Bobcats, Georgia Jansen with 2 points tonight. Sydney Capeyu, 5, and she fouled out tonight. As well as Ellie Hughes finishes with 3 points. She went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Frankie Long, I mentioned, she had 11 points. She went 3 of 4 at the free throw line as well. So, I mean, just a great performance by the Bobcats overall. 9 points for Kayla Heck for the Trojans as she came alive in the second half, as she had 6 of those 9 in the second half. Aubrey Dolezal finishes with just 1 point tonight. Madison Hitchcock with 2 points. As Sienna Defoe, she finishes with 7. And a lot of scoring was left there in that first half. Bobcats gave up only 4 points in the second, 6 points in the second half. As a lot of that, actually a little more than 6 points in the second half. Yeah, Hasley had 3 points in the second half after not having any. But anyway, overall, a nice win here tonight as the Bobcats go to 1-0 with a 45-23 win. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we will name our Bobcat player of the game. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Today's game on KFJB-TV is brought to you by Jensen Ford, with you every mile along the way. Legends American Grill, Marshalltown Steakhouse. Lennox Employees Credit Union, LennoxECU.com. Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown, more than ever. Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction.
Back inside Marshalltown Roundhouse, 45-23 is our final score tonight as the Bobcats win it inside the Roundhouse up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard. Let's take a look at scores around Central Iowa from here tonight as our scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank. As right now, some finals pouring in, and a final tonight. West Marshall tops Iowa Falls Alden in a close one, 49-45. Sparks were flying on the scoreboard, and also shot clocks were blowing up. Sparks were flying there as well, apparently, for Jeff Brooks. AGWSR 39-34. They top BCLUW The last update, Urbandale was leading Indianola 47-44 heading into the fourth quarter. Centennial all over Roosevelt tonight, 73-18, the final score there, as East Marshall also wins their opener. Big, convincing win, 58-8 over Colfax Mingo. Sheraton defeated Newton tonight, 63-35. And Urbandale was leading Indianola, we mentioned 47-44, the final there. Let's get to our Calvin Rocket Bar and Grill player of the game. It is the freshman, Amira Johnson, 11 points tonight. She had some steals and some nifty layups, as you see one right there. Ellie Hughes did a nice job to set a screen for her on that play, but boy, she looked really good and confident as a freshman for the Bobcats in their 45-23 victory here tonight inside the Roundhouse. Congrats to Amira Johnson, our player of the game. As each game, Calvin Rocket awards a free handheld to the Bobcat player of the game. See them pre or post game. When we come back, we'll talk to the victorious head coach, Brian Murphy. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Hey Bobcats, this is Garrett with Calvin Rocket. I'm happy to partner up with KFJB and continue the tradition of Bobcat Player of the Week. Follow us on social media for all your Calvin favorites, news specials, and exciting news that's coming down the road. Stop on in and give us a try. We're open Monday through Thursday, 11 to 9 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., and starting September 10th, we'll be open on Sundays for the start of the NFL season. We'll see you at Calvin Rocket, and go Bobcats.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown.
Inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse, we welcome in head coach Brian Murphy with our postgame channel, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services, your locally owned qualified diesel mechanics. Brandon Lewis as head coach, Brian Murphy joining us here tonight. Coach, we talked so much about your returning players. We didn't give enough love to the freshmen because Frankie Long at 6'1", 11 points. She goes 3 of 4 at the free throw line, had some tremendous rebounds. And then Amira Johnson, holy smokes, she is a turnover-forcing machine. She got some steals and some layups. She is smooth with it. That is one of the most confident freshman performances I think I've seen in quite some time.
Yeah, no, for sure. And the thing with both Frankie and Amira is, they earn their minutes. Both those girls were in all summer. Megan and I have been joking that, Frankie's been coming to open gyms since 7th grade. She's been waiting her turn to finally get out there, and she certainly took advantage of it. And, yeah, they both did a really good job of embracing the moment and stepping up when we needed them.
There's some things that you say as a coach that you just hope your players do in a game, right? It's aside from drawing up plays and that kind of stuff. But trailing on a play, Johnson misses a layup, and Frankie Long comes in, cleans it up, gets the rebound and the putback. It's those kind of things. Also, Johnson taking that ball inside and just attacking against. She really forced the issue tonight, which is just impressive because I've seen seniors on other teams not really force the issue and draw those fouls. But if you can get players in foul trouble early, it's going to be a real good night for you at the free throw line.
Yeah, for sure. She is fearless in a lot of different ways, and there's not a lot that slows her down. So, yeah, no, it was a good outing for her and Frankie for both.
Yeah, and you mentioned both of those players earning their playing time. A couple ladies last year, Georgia Jansen, Millie Heitman, obviously earned that playing time. Sydney Capeyu in that sophomore class. We talked a little bit about them. It seemed like they had a little bit of a tough night get going. Heitman got going late. Sydney kind of looked like she maybe bumped up her knee or ankle or something in that one. Didn't get in a big flow, but everybody else around kind of picked it up, it seemed like.
Yeah, and a lot of that credit goes to South Tama. They were playing a bit of a unique defense where they're, one in the hole essentially, where they just planted a girl in the paint, and then we're kind of matching up from there. So, it took you could see it took us about a quarter to figure out kind of what they were doing and for the girls to get comfortable. And I saw once they started recognizing that, they were able to really step up and find those gaps. And so, I thought the girls did a good job of responding, especially in that first quarter. Shots weren't falling. You could see the frustration a little bit, and sometimes you just need that first one to fall to kind of get the momentum going, and it's good to see that one go down.
Yeah, it was 8-0 out of the gate. I mean, was that kind of your message, what you're alluding to right there? Like, hey, just kind of continue to, and we'll figure this out.
Yeah, and you could see the nerves for most of that first quarter where, we were struggling to do fundamental things like dribble the ball up the court, make good solid passes. Once we settled in, we looked more like the team I expected to see.
Yeah, some jitters there early, and it helped because Georgia Jansen got a bucket, then he got a free throw. It was 8-3 ahead to the second quarter, and then it was really, you never look back. 24-point lead. Did you ever think you were going to be up in this game 24? I mean, I just thought it was one of the more impressive wins we've seen your team have over the past few years.
Yeah, and we talked about that in the locker room after the game where, in years past, down 8-0 in the first quarter, we might not have come back the way that we did tonight, and I thought we showed a lot of mental resilience and really pushing ourselves forward to break those old habits and respond. And it's fun when the crowd's getting into it, and you can see the girls feeding off that a little bit. I mean, there were some dead legs, and you could see them pushing through it, feeding off the crowd energy. So
student section was on point for you guys tonight. That was good.
And shout out to the boys basketball team. Quite a few familiar faces out there. So it was a great night, great game.
Yeah, that is for sure. 1-0 feels good. You're going to take a little bit of a break. You'll be back at action next Tuesday at home inside the Roundhouse against Roosevelt. What's kind of your focus in this kind of week in between games here with Thanksgiving in the middle?
Yeah, we've clearly got a lot of things we need to clean up. Certainly we need to kind of ramp up that intensity in practice, try to get ourselves a little bit more mentally ready for that first game. But from a strategic standpoint, we've got 3 teams coming in next week that all play, fairly unique styles of basketball. So, with only 2 practices and 3 games, we've got to make sure that we've kind of got things more or less lined up so that we're walking into next week feeling ready for every game.
All right. Hey, 1-0. Congrats.
Appreciate it.
Have a good Thanksgiving, all right?
You as well.
All right. That's Brian Murphy, head coach for the Bobcats. That is your post-game chat with Coach, all brought to you by Laurel Diesel Services. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
When Mike Overton moved to Laurel, Iowa, he had a vision to have a diesel repair shop that would support his growing family and passion for working on diesel engines. Being part of the East Marshall community means ensuring that farmers, truck drivers, and businesses run smoothly. With a large building and state-of-the-art equipment, Laurel Diesel Services is always up for a challenge. When your farm trucks, semis, or other diesel equipment requires maintenance or the occasional repair, take it to Laurel Diesel Services.
As you walk inside, you know right away the place for fun is Wayward Social. There's always plenty of bowling action, so plan for your next outing to include bowling at Wayward Social. Also, meet your friends for lunch, dinner, or your favorite beverages. You will also absolutely love their daily lunch specials, Monday through Friday, including endless pizza by the slice. You choose the toppings. Wayward Social is now open at 11:30 a.m., 7 days a week. Wayward Social on South 6th Street in Marshalltown.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, presented by Wells Fargo Advisors in Marshalltown.
Well, our next broadcast coming up, it's a Super Tuesday action from back inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse as the Roosevelt Rough Riders going to be in town. We'll have coverage from the boys game beginning at 7:15, tip-off right around 7:45. We'll also talk to head coach Brian Murphy, get his reaction after that Roosevelt coverage. Might see a little bonus coverage in there as well as KFJB-TV, your home for the Bobcats. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button on our channel, youtube.com/@KFJB-TV. Get upcoming game and show alerts, including Bobcat Live, which will return coming up on December 7th. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're locked into the Locker Room Report right here on KFJB-TV.
As you walk inside, you know right away the place for fun is Wayward Social. There's always plenty of bowling action, so plan for your next outing to include bowling at Wayward Social. Also, meet your friends for lunch, dinner, or your favorite beverages. You will also absolutely love their daily lunch specials, Monday through Friday, including endless pizza by the slice. You choose the toppings. Wayward Social is now open at 11:30 a.m., 7 days a week. Wayward Social on South 6th Street in Marshalltown.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Small businesses are the backbone of our community. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce reminds you that when you shop locally, you are benefiting members of our community and adding to our local community overall. You'll find local business owners are generally more knowledgeable, provide better service, and even know their customers by name. Marshalltown Area Chamber of Commerce exists to be an advocate for our business community. Membership in the Chamber benefits your business and adds to the strength of our advocacy efforts. For more information on shopping locally and Chamber membership, go to Marshalltown.org.
Welcome back inside the Marshalltown Roundhouse. Brandon Lewis with you as the Bobcats win it 45-23 in their opening game of the season, and are now 1-0 as they take on the Roosevelt Rough Riders coming up on Tuesday night. Thanks so much to our staff inside the Roundhouse tonight, our producer Todd Steinkamp, as well as Keith Stewart and Jesse DeMeyer on camera work. Great job as always. And our KFJB radio producer Jeffrey Brooks back there getting our scores. I did have one final score that did come in here as Urbandale was able to beat Indianola 63-55. As the Bobcats will see Urbandale coming up in the next week and a half or so as well. So anyway, looking forward to that, and it's good to have basketball finally back, and especially Bobcats with a 22-point victory here tonight as Brian Murphy victorious in the season opener. I'm Brandon Lewis. Hope you have a great rest of your Super Tuesday. You've been watching Marshalltown Bobcat girls basketball right here on your home for the Cats. News Talk 1230 KFJB AM 93.9 FM and right here on KFJB-TV.
Today's game on KFJB-TV was brought to you by Assured Partners, Boy Scouts of America, Edward Jones, Agent Zach Wall, Embers Retirement Community, Honest Heating and Cooling, Jensen Ford, Legends American Grill, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Pence Appliance and TV, Wayward Social, Zeno's, Wandering Creek, Wells Fargo Advisors, Laurel Diesel Services, Calvin Rocket, your Marshalltown Hy-Vee, Central State Bank.